So this is awesome. These guys in this tank, they're Apistogramma and the hillstream loaches. I put them in there when there was quite a bit of algae. They used most of it up, so I decided to stick in some of the algae wafers from Aquarium, and they've gone absolutely crazy. So I literally put one in. Every single fish in here is on it. So we've got the hillstream loaches and we've got the Apistogramma. This is their tank because it's the fast flowing river tank. Remember, we set up a few weeks ago now. All the mosses and everything's growing in well. The val has come all the way around. There's just more and more. Excuse me, I didn't put that in there for no reason. What on earth do you think everyone else is doing? Come on, come round. Oh, he'll find his way eventually, won't he? Surely. Well, you'd hope so anyway. It's just one tablet of the algae wafer, or one wafer, I guess. They're all over it. Absolutely loving it. I mean, there's plenty of algae in the tank. You can see it dotted around on some of the little pebbles and stuff, so they can find lots if they want to, but must be something about this tablet. They're absolutely loving it, which is awesome to see. Look at the colours. They're doing really, really well, these fish are. They seem to really love the environment and they're always active. Most of the time they're doing what this guy's doing here, that back wall there, because that's where the water hits, because obviously it comes all the way down there and then goes, turns around, and they just seem to love this area. This guy more than the others, apparently. So the pirate ship aquarium you can see there has now been set up for nearly a month, 3 weeks to a month. It's really, really starting to look fantastic. I set this one up as a bit of fun and to show everyone the aquascaping doesn't have to be completely serious all the time. You can do fun stuff, you can make fun tanks, and at the end of the day, pirate ships are probably the most sold thing in aquarium shops, other than fish, obviously. So yeah, look, everything is going great. Plants are growing in. The pearlweed, look, is just starting to do this weird across carpeting in mid-air. I'm gonna go with it. I don't mind it. I think it looks quite cool. Anyway, yeah, the moss is growing in lovely. Everything's looking great. However, we are starting to get first signs of some algae. So if I zoom in here, look, you can just see there on that rock some wispy hair algae. Now we want to nip that in the bud earlier on before we can sort of, you know, just let it get out of hand, and before you know it, it's a problem rather than just something that's irritating. Now you can get in there by hand, but I like to leave some things like this initially just to tell you where you're at. If I keep scrubbing stuff off, I don't really know what's going on. It could be signs telling me, you know, need to reduce the lighting, dim it down a bit, reduce the time that it's on. I mean, I never reduce the time that it's on, but I could reduce the level. Anyway, so there's not a lot, which means I think we can actually use some shrimp, for instance, to sort it out. I'm going to go for some crystal reds that I've got because they will look fantastic in this scape, like little crabs running around on the shoreline. They are high grade. Let me just put them in the tank so they can acclimate. There we go, look, you can see them there. Look at them, they're so good. So good. They're like high grade ones apparently because they don't actually have any red on them. They're just all pretty much white. I don't know why that makes them high grade. I mean, I like the red on the crystal reds. I mean, they're crystal reds for a reason. Oh, look at that. The green restorers are already getting interested. Green restorers, by the way, guys, what an awesome fish. Look at how good they look in there. Just swimming about left and right. The colours, really, really good colours as well. I think they complement the scape really good. The scape looks like we've got like seaweed and everything around an abandoned shipwreck. Kind of like the reds as well, and the bright greens give it a corally look to the rock. And then you've got that splash of green flying around everywhere. They look so good, don't they? Anyway, let's get those crystal reds in and get them to work straight away. Now, my water is pretty good, and the crystal reds seem to love my tap water. I've had one problem in the past, but that was my own fault. They should be really, really good in here, so let's get them in. Click subscribe. Well, the good news is the rasboras didn't try and eat any of them, which is great. I was a little bit worried. You always are, because I haven't fed the fish today, so they might be thinking they're getting food. They completely ignored them. I mean, they are about the same size, so that does make sense. Look how good they look there. Oh, such a good choice. Awesome. I'm definitely going to get more. Already, I know that. Beautiful little things. Look, just clinging onto the edge of the ship there. Absolutely loving life. What are you? Oh, this must be the captain at the top there, look, ready just to set sail.
Army arties.
Right guys, I've done it again. So I'm currently trimming up the Asian fish aquarium because I let it get massively overgrown. I'm trimming it down because I want to do one last sort of hurrah, if you like. I don't know what that means, because I'm going to be breaking it down at some point soon. It's had its day, it's done, it's finished. We want to move on to something else. I've got something really cool in mind, and I'm thinking rainbow fish aquarium, like a rainbow fish jungle scape. Oh yeah, I love a jungle scape, you guys know that, but a bit more controlled than your usual sort of jungle because it already is a jungle. So I'm part way through trimming. Look, all the fish are coming down and having a little look. What's funny is the gouramis were making a little dent in all of this, so it was really high. I mean, you can see there, look, that's just crazy. But if I come around the other side, which look at that, I've currently got Timmy on the desk here because oh, something's happening. We're not ready to see that yet. So yeah, this side I've got my whole monitor now, so you can see the desk area, like the editing suite is all getting a lot bigger. So I'm probably going to move all of this to trim this side because I don't want to be getting water on everything. But yeah, it's going to have its last trim up, and then we're going to do some nice photos, and then it can live in our memories forever. Got a nice hot cup of coffee, finished. That took so much longer than I thought it was going to, but look how good it's looking. Look at that, look at that. Oh, so nice. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you can't take it down, it looks too good. I'm also thinking that, but there's no point just keeping things the same all the time. You've got to progress, you've got to move on. I need to turn that light off, don't I? There we go, that's better. So yeah, I've left this whole section here in like a hill, and just didn't trim it too heavily. I just trimmed everything around it because these plants are a lot slower growing. I hacked back the moss so it's got that nice curve to it. Tank looks lovely, doesn't it? The more I'm looking at it, I'm thinking you can't take that down. Have to do it. It's been about for a long time now. This is the longest tank in the new studio. It's such a good look, but I feel we can do something completely different. I want to do something much more open, bigger plants, bigger hardscape, fast flowing. It's got like a rainbow fish tank. I mean, who's not going to like that? This has been cool, and we've learnt a lot from it. I've learnt a lot from it. I've learnt that you can easily make a carpet out of pearlweed. You can see there that the colours are a little bit yellow on the lower sections. That's because obviously they weren't getting the light because it was way too thick. I should have trimmed it back a lot quicker, or sooner, sorry. But you know, it's trimmed back now, it looks good. So yeah, I'm going to take all of it out. I'm going to save any good plants. We can reuse them in other setups. Pearlweed though, for the time being, I think we should just let it be. Right, I just had a really scary moment. I'm sat here editing this video, in fact, and I looked down next to me to Phantom's Peace Lily aquarium, and I couldn't see him anywhere. Now, he's always there, just like wagging away. Wait, he's not a dog, but you know, like just begging for food. Anyway, he wasn't there. Yeah, so I looked down and he just wasn't there, but he is, guys. We're all okay. He's okay. Everything is awesome. But everything is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love this song. Everything is awesome.
Lego movie, gotta love it. But yeah guys, how good is the tank looking, the Peace Lily aquarium? Since I set this tank up, I've done 2 water changes, and that was only so I could move it. It's looking so good. It's one of those that gets barely any algae, and that's because it's just the desk lamp, so most of the light is hitting the Peace Lily on the top, which means that it's not even going into the water too bad. So you haven't got highlight, you haven't got to worry too much. The plants are still growing really, really nice. Look at that hydroculture Japan in there. There's no algae anywhere as well, but he's such a cool fish, isn't he? Yeah, highly recommend these little shallow tanks. I mean, I was panicking for a second thinking he'd jumped out, but then I thought, well, I know he can't jump out from that height. Well, I assume, I mean, that's a good height. I don't think he can jump out of that, can he? I mean, he probably would have done by now if he could, so I think we're safe. But yeah, absolutely fantastic look. I want to do something else again soon. This is, again, done, but not just yet. One project at a time. I want to do more of a variety of plants. Trying different plants. So the Peace Lily, we know it works now. Awesome. You guys want to give it a go? Peace Lily, clip on desk lamp. I'll leave the links in the description. And you can do this. It's so good, so easy. I've got a tiny little nano filter down here that just has the outlet on that side, inlet on that side, so you get your nice rotational flow, and it works so well. So the Apistogramma tank is now a week old. Well, the tank's not a week old, the fish have been in for a week. It's been about a week and a half to 2 weeks. I lose track of time. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, it's doing really, really good. And here we are. So I'm very fortunate. We've had no algae, as you'd expect, because we've got Siamese algae eaters. We've got Otto Sinclair's catfish. So we've got 10 Ottos. We've got 10 of the Amano shrimp as well. Where are they? There we go. Look, there's a couple of them in there. Female, look at that female, just full of eggs. They'll be sort of released all around the tank soon. And here's the female Apisto. She's come right to the front. She's colouring up really well. She's got like much more colours on her when I first got her. At one point I thought she was the male because she's got like such good oranges and yellows now. Much more confident and coming to the foreground a lot more often, which is cool. And then we obviously got the Cories. They're chilling, loving the place. They don't seem to be... Whoa, sorry. Yeah, I was going to say they don't seem to be bothering each other at the moment, which is ideal. Some of you are worried that they might interfere with sort of breeding and things like that. So I'll be sure if I do see any of that as we move forward, as the Apistogramma mature, to separate them if need be. Oh, hello, she's back. Apistos are really cool. They're really cautious and gentle. Well, I don't think they are gentle to anything that will fit in their mouth, but they're just like, I don't know, they're a lot like rams. I mean, rams are cichlids as well, dwarf cichlids they are, so you can kind of understand why. But having watched the rams, there's the male. See, there you can really see the difference in size now. Coming out, look. If he comes out in the open a bit more, the colours look a lot better. There we go, come on. A little bit more. There we go, look at that. What a shot, eh? The 2-in-1. Oh, they're so cool. Yeah, really, really cool fish, both of these. Like, I hope they properly pair up. I hope we can get some babies. If we do, I'll do a ton of research, and if they don't look after the babies themselves, if they don't look after the baby themselves, I'm going to take them out and do it. I'm going to look after them. I'm going to bring them up. I'd love to be able to get some babies, get some breeding going from these fish, because look at those, awesome. And if I do get some, I'm going to take them back to the shop where I got them from, and then other people can come and buy them. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? So quite a lot of people were worried about the little hang on the back filter not being able to cope with the amount of fish that I put in it to start with. We're all good. Every day I've been testing with my API Master test kit, and it's all been absolutely perfect. I did see a slight rise in nitrites, not to any sort of alarming level, but I just did a big water change, and it's not shown itself again since. I've been doing like... initially for the first week I did daily 50% water changes, and after that I was doing every other day. So at the moment I'm not due one today, but I've got one tomorrow, for instance. Then next week I'll cut it down probably just to 2 the whole week, and it's all good. You can normally tell by that point that everything's going really well. The plants are growing in nicely. I mean, look at the tops of these Ludwigia super reds. They're already changing. So that bottom part, look, that is the immersed growth that was when it was growing out of water. And that top part there with that really nice red bits with the smaller leaves, that's the in water. They look so much different, don't they? And so nice. But that is the sign everything is growing in well. We've got the right lighting. Yeah, just cheap little light. This one's working a treat though. Really, really like it. And the white background's really sort of helped as well. By painting it white like I did, it's just reflecting more light into the tank, and that's why we've got this really nice sort of greens coming along. We're getting good reds coming out. I mean, I can't wait for this sword to get a little bit bigger. I don't want it to take over, so I'm going to trim back the biggest leaves as they come. So like soon I'm going to have to... Well, that one is looking a bit dodgy. I'm going to trim that one. But yeah, so good. But that is the end of the vlog, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all the other way around, and I'll see you on the next one.